Hey, what's up, everybody? PocketDave here, and we are going to draft a little bit of the Brothers War this evening. Um, this set's been out for a while. We're almost ready for Phyrexia All Will Become One, but I have yet to stream any of the Brothers War. Partially just didn't work out with the times I was available um, to record, and partially I haven't been doing as many Brothers War drafts as I have previous sets. This set just really hasn't quite grabbed my attention as much as some of the previous ones have. I don't know what it is about it. Something about those brown artifacts that I guess just doesn't titillate the senses. But um, you're probably familiar with the Brothers War. This format has been pretty aggressive. The best strategies tend to be um, the ones that are not too dirtily. Stuff like ramp is not as successful as just going more aggressive. Stuff like black, red, and red, white are usually a lot more successful. But obviously, you open up some really good uncommons and rares and some other archetype, and you can still get there with other archetypes as well. Obviously, as always is the case. So we'll just see what we got and try to stay open to some different options. So speaking of red aggro, we've got a mechanized warfare here for our pack one pick one. This card really wants you to be monocolored, and even then, it's not like a huge bomb by any stretch of the imagination. But if you have it early and you can try to draft around it, it's potentially worth a pack one pick one. I really like the blue black deck, and Evangel of Synthesis is a nice way to enable some of that stuff. Goes well with that Trench Stalker. Draw two or more cards as Death Touch. Otherwise, we've got the Altar for the Sacrifice deck. Nothing else here that's too exciting. I'm fine grabbing this Warfare. The Evangels are usually not super hard to pick up. See, now we wish we would have... oh yeah, someone took an uncommon here over the Puppeteer. This Puppeteer fits right into that blue-black deck I was talking about. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. It's a 4/3 for 4 mana, which is a fine return. And then, whenever it dies, you get to bring a creature card in a value 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. That's definitely going to be our pick. I'm not sure what uncommon somebody would have taken over that, but definitely where we're going to go. Otherwise, we've got that Excavation Explosion if we were going to hard force the Warfare. Also, Automaton's really good for that red aggro deck. And Scrapwork Cohort is a fantastic card. Even if you can't unearth it, but especially if you can, it's just a great rate. Does a lot of work. So, Puppeteers for us, we're probably not going to play the Warfare. So, but we'll see. Here's another good one if you're doing black with draw 2. Especially if you can find a way to sacrifice your Wellspring. If we end up in black-red, there's a lot of good synergies there. Alternatively, Sentinel is very good. We could grab that here if we know that we just want to be snugly into black and blue, but I'm fine taking the Wellspring and staying open to black-red as well. Instead, this card is a perfectly fine pickup. Sundering Titan. Interesting. 8 mana, so it's one of those big bombs that you... well, this isn't even a bomb, really. When it enters or leaves the battlefield, choose a land of each basic land type and destroy those lands. So as long as the opponent is playing similar colors to you, you just destroy one of each of their basic lands. By the time this comes down in the late game, usually it's not that big of a deal, especially if the opponent's playing an aggressive deck. But you know, it's still a good card. Just not something that you can really. Otherwise, if we're heading into black blue, we've got Stern Lesson would be a great pickup. Power Stone Fracture goes great with that Wellspring. I think that's what we're going to take since we've got the Wellspring. That way we're not really quite snuggling up with blue or red just yet. Another Power Stone Fracture would be just fine here. Yeah. Nothing here that's really pushing us into blue or red just yet. So let's grab another Fracture. And another Wellspring. Sure. That is perfectly defensible. Moment of Defiance, good for the draw deck. Platinum Adept, not amazing, but it's fine. You get it down on turn 4 sometimes and start growing it. Not really a huge priority pickup. I'd say Juggernaut's definitely better, and Moment of Defiance is probably worth grabbing here as well. So otherwise, black-green is fine if you can get some of these Skyfisher spiders. It's an uncommon that just does a ton of work. But let's see here. Let's look at grabbing the Moment of Defiance and not quite committing to another color just yet. All right. Caress is okay. I like the Stalwart. If we're trying to get aggressive, these cards are fine. I think we'll just grab the Dragon Engine here. I think that card's pretty decent. It's got the prototype ability, so you can cast it earlier for cheaper, and it comes into play with the same abilities as written down below, but has a different power and toughness. So, in this case, it's the 1/3 for 2 and a red instead of 5/5 for 8, but both versions have flying and the ability to pump. What do we got here? Trench Stalker. It's good for our draw 2 good stuff. This card is very serviceable. And let's see. Skullflare is fine. Locust is fine. Savant is fine. I'm going to go ahead and grab one Savant here. Then we've got Infiltrator is a fine 2-drop, especially since we've got some sacrifice going on already with the Power Stone Fractures. It's not an amazing 2-drop, but it's fine. It does what it's supposed to do. Then we're looking back at red again. So Unleash Shell versus Automaton. I'm going to grab the Automaton. I've already got some good cheap removal. And Unleash Shell is fine, but you don't want a ton of them. Infantry here. Very reasonable. And Bitter Reunion is a great card. Red, it seems to be reasonably open. I think there's definitely a direct argument here for heading into black-red. We've got Scrapwork Mutt here. It draws a card, so it triggers our Puppeteer and our Stalker. Rager also triggers, but the 2-drop that rummages is probably the better of the options there. Being able to come down on 2 just helps smooth out so many awkward starting hands. So Blackblade Reforged. It is slow and only really good if you can equip legendaries. You're not really planning on tapping 7 lands to equip this to a creature very often. So what do we got? Research Desk would be good here. It's perfectly fine as sacrifice fodder for the Power Stone Fractures. We got that Infiltrator for a 2-drop again. More Infantries. I like this card a lot. But yeah, let's grab a Research Desk. And let's see. More Infiltrator. War Plow is probably what we want to take here. If instead of these being Wellsprings, if they were the Energy Stone, or what it's called, that helps fix for different colors of mana, maybe there's a world where we take a Thresher instead. But yeah, here I think I like the War Plow. Stone Seeker, probably a good enough pickup. Soul Guide Lantern, obviously another good one for drawing and being sack fodder for Power Stone Fractures. But yeah, I think I'm going to take the Stone Seeker here. Alright, we've got another War Plow, we've got the Chanter, and we've got the Cohort. Interesting. Currently, we don't have any way to unearth this, but definitely can see a world where we grab some of those mana rocks that cycle when they come in and help fix for land. Otherwise, just another War Plow, maybe. Nothing wrong with that, really. Play it on 2 as a 1/1 Death Toucher if you're trying to stabilize. Cast it for 6 later, and it does a lot of work. We just grab a Disfigure here. Yep. A little bit more removal. Another Stone Seeker seems fine. Otherwise, we could rare draft. Like I said, we haven't done a lot of drafts on the Jink Diver Gaming account, or any account really, but relative to in the past, I don't think I've got any Battlefield Forges on the Jink Diver Gaming account. But Stone Seeker's probably too good to pass up just to rare draft. It would have been fixing for that Cohort that we were just looking at a minute ago, but Sibling Rivalry. We might play this if we can get another Fracture or some other sacrifice ability. This rare isn't really anything we're worried about. Let's see, we'll select this. But each player reveals number of cards from the top of the library equal to the number of non-land permanents they control. Puts all permanents, yeah, revealed into play, and etc. etc. But it's like 7 mana, and you're not guaranteed to even come out ahead versus your opponent in that situation. And yeah, it's just not a good card. So let's see, we take another 2-drop, or I don't mind grabbing this one Locust. A little bit of Graveyard Hate and some Evasion. Here's that 3/1 coming back around. I like him a lot. Creates the little 1/1 when he dies. Worth more than you think. There's Sacrifice, 2-drop. Maybe we'll play that, but we are already at 23 playables, so hopefully that just means our deck is going to keep getting better and better as we grab some other cards to replace some of the weaker stuff here. Yeah. Here we care about Alright, we opened a Cityscape Leveler. We will definitely be taking that. Precursor Golem is also very, very good. These are two good cards to be opening. This one is cheaper, and there's an argument to be made. 5 mana for basically 9 power and 9 toughness on the board, but with the flip side being that the opponent can target one of the golems with a removal spell, and all of the golems will end up getting targeted. So it is not really where you want to be if the opponent's playing spell-based removal stuff. But it's only 5 mana. I don't know. I want the leveler, though, I think. Alright, here's another sacrifice effect. Not super high on it. It does draw a card, which is nice. Triggers our Puppeteer and our Stalker. If we could also sacrifice artifacts with this, I'd be a little bit more excited about it. We could just take this Transmigrant, which can return back from the graveyard, but can't block. So you really want to be playing aggressive if you have this. But that being said, we kind of look pretty low to the ground. Maybe there's a world where that's the right way to go. Another engine. Here's a sacrifice guy. This is worth grabbing here. The Pendragon Strongbow. So that can sacrifice our Wellsprings, which we want to do to trigger the draw whenever it goes into the graveyard. Also, if we do end up playing Rivalry, we can steal an opponent's artifact creature, or just regular artifact too, and then sack it to the Strongbow. So, yep, big pickup for us. We want to play several of these if we can, so we'll keep our eyes open for more. Goes well with the Clay Revenant, which can cycle itself through the graveyard and back to your hand over and over. Another Trench Stalker. Whenever you gain life, you may pay X, blah, blah, blah. Are we gaining much life? Just the Puppeteer. This gets lifelink. This gets lifelink. I don't know. I think that's more of a trap. I think we just want to grab a Stalker here. Levitating Statue I like a lot too. But I'm not sure if this is quite the right spell for it. It's more for like blue-red spells. A lot of removal, a lot of blue draw spells and stuff like that. Ooh, another Power Stone Fracture. It's definitely welcome. Yeah, like I said, we're going to have to start worrying about what we're going to start trimming here. Another Stalker. Blast Zone. I don't know how to rate Blast Zone. It's slow and hard to use, but it's a land, so I don't have to cut anything to play it. I don't think we're playing a third Trench Stalker, and this really is better in blue and red. So yeah, let's go ahead and take the Blast Zone. All right, another statue came around. Ooh, another Strongbow. Yes, please. We'll take that. Rager would be fine here, but more than happy to get another one. All right. Well, another Stalker. Don't really care about Onslaught. Symmetry Matrix, probably not good. We'll just grab something for the sideboard. Another Rivalry if we want to play it. I don't think we're playing anything else. Here's that sacrifice card we talked about earlier. Another one of these 3/1s. Interesting. Another Bittery, and that card's so good too. The Revenant. Got one. We're probably not going to play another. To cut. We're gonna have to cut so much stuff here. Alright. And through these last picks. Definitely felt like red-black was pretty open. Yeah, I think we'll just stick with this for now. Thanks for sticking with me as I'm thinking this all through. So, yeah, let me take a quick screenshot of this for future reference, and we will go play some games, because that's what we're all here for. None of this boring deck building stuff. Yeah, but previews for Phyrexia all becomes one, all will become one, whatever it is. It looks good. I mean, obviously we'll see how it actually plays out. It's always hard to know for sure, but I'm excited. It looks like there's a lot of really powerful and interesting cards and abilities, and yeah, I'm definitely ready, so this looks fine. Excuse me. Alright, let's go ahead and get our Infiltrator down to start. No 2-drop for the opponent. Maybe some removal, like a repost. Ambusher. Alright. And for the block. Strong Borderlands. Sure. Alright, so let's get Puppeteer down and pass our turn. The next turn we can get that Mutt down, draw a card to trigger the Puppeteer. And then we can sacrifice it. Yeah, we'll do that for sure. Alright. Now let's get down Mutt. Yeah, we'll just pitch this mountain for... Oops, that disfigure. Wail on the opponent. Another bailout. Not what we were hoping to see. Are we? Yes, we are. Bushwhacking. So we can bring back... let's take the Infiltrator here. That's out. Mountain. Let's attack all. Hopefully they block the Strongbow. That's fine too. We'll let damage resolve first. I don't think they can do anything at instant speed with one colorless, but it's technically appropriate for us to do that, so that if they had some sort of, you know, kill spell for our creature, we still get the damage to resolve. And then sacrifice this. And we're running out of gas. Okay, speaking of gas. There's that cohort. And oh, that's we could use. Okay, let's go ahead and select this. Rivalry, yes. Yeah, take this. But only if we draw a land next turn. Oh, that is unfortunate. Man. Maybe we just take the land here and start working on our way up to level there. So, get this out as blocker. And we'll save our research desk for next turn. Alright, we'll go for the double block here. They might blow us out, but I think they would have had to top it sometimes. Yeah, alright. Yeah, let's start here. 3-1. I mean, sorry, a 1-3. Let's just hang back. We can sack the Wellspring, pump our strong one. Although, we could get a land with this if we put it into play, sack it. Maybe that's right. Put this into play, sacrifice it, grab a land, and then we can still spring. Sacrifice on the Strongbow. Now we're at 6 mana. Getting close to good stuff. Yeah, let's save that spring. Alright. We'll use it now. Fair enough. Strike. Well, I think we still want to draw a card here. We don't have another Strongbow. Stalker's a good draw, and is a fine draw. One more land in win the game territory. Okay, alright. Yep, let's just get him down. We will take out the cohort. Yep, there it goes. Win the game territory. That's what Leveler does. But obviously we had to survive long enough to get there. And fortunately our cards lined up. Got the W. Feeling good. 1-0. Literally undefeated. Just don't play any more matches and you can tell Mom how good you did Magic tonight. But played it out just like we drew it up. Built an awesome deck. Got the win. Literally unstoppable. All decks will fall before us. What's Basho got? Nothing. Alright. We've got a 2-drop and a 3-drop and a 4-drop. Some removal. No one's going to argue with that. Combat courier. Not something we're looking to block. Let's get the research desk out. Pass the turn. A little risky to pop it now because we could hit 2 cards that are uncastable, but I think it's still right. Just go digging for a land. On land. There's one. There's 2. Looking good. Alright. We've got another swamp in hand. We'll grab the mountain. And yeah, let's get out our Strombolt. Chaplain. Good card. But he could return, or plane, so he didn't hit a plane, so it's just mutt or nothing. Trying to decide if he wants to make it a 2-2. He does. Nobody blames him. Let's see. Let's just get out Puppeteer. We don't want to play into... We don't want to attack into double block here. We don't want to trade Strongbow for Chaplain. Ideally, we're going to gain some life back with some draw effects. Everything goes well. Okay. We can play the Stone Seeker, or let's just get out the Stalker. It blocks the elite, and then if we do get any sort of spell coming, Dicks. Alright, we will trade one of these for your elites. Interesting. That guy, that's fine. Yeah, so we're gonna play out red, red. And then we will kill this. Attack 6. Seems good. And then do we want to just disfigure now? I think we do. Don't give them the chance to have mana up to protect it. Feels good enough to just get this out of the way. Delete. There we go. But he decided to tap Courier and leave an island. So what can you do with 1 blue? What's the instance on 1 blue? Machine over matter. Costs 1 less if you control an artifact creature. Return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So we can just attack with Stone Seeker and get out. Well, I think think that's fine. Maybe there's even an argument just to attack with the puppeteer there. But we don't really get anything back if it dies at the moment. Does he want to race? Let's see what we draw here. Right. Yeah, let's just attack with Warplow. If they want to trade with the Elite, that's fine. Or if they double block, also not the end of it. 5, interesting. They want to race, I guess. Let's leave the land in hand. Pretend like we're sneaky so-and-sos. Alright. 8. Do we just take 8? That's a lot. What are they doing? If they could have like a board wipe here, but they would have blocked if they had a board wipe in hand instead of taking the damage. One would assume. So, do they feel that good about the race that they're going to play some blockers? It doesn't seem reasonable either. Interesting. Maybe they're trying to hope that we double block and they use that Machine Over Matter card. Let's just take it. Down to 7. Ah, so he does have a couple of good blockers coming down. Wait till our turn to sacrifice this so that we can grow this to a 3-4 for the turn. Oh, good draw, good draw, good draw, good draw. Alright. So we will take the cohort, right? Gotta be right. Can we make... Are we sure we're gonna get lethal here? They don't have that blue mana up, so they're not casting anything that's gonna return the hand. So we take this, and we sack this, so this is gonna be worth 3, this is gonna be worth 3. So they block those 2, they take 3... 3 and 2 is 5, and then we ping them for 2 by sacking this and this. It looks like lethal. So, attack all. Oh, and we can sack the Power Stone. Or if they do this, they can die too. So we're just going to go ahead and sack this now, right? him for 6. Oh, plus the 2. Hit him for 8. Yeah, alright. That worked out nice. Great top deck. Obviously, we had that planned. We knew all along that that was going to be the card that we drew, and it would make our lives better. As I said, undefeated and undefeatable. 2-0. Have you ever seen such Magic the Gathering mastery? I think not. But that's why I'm recording this for you. You can go back, rewatch this on YouTube over and over and over again, and you know, use it to fall asleep to. Sitting around the dinner table. Sometimes it's nice to have Magic the Gathering streamers on in the background instead of, you know, music and boring stuff like that. Yeah, lots of things you could use this recording for. We're going to keep this. We've got a Disfigure to knock out their bomb. We're going to play on this turn some sort of an amazing 2-drop that must be killed. You shall kill it. Okay. It's not really a must kill, right? Maybe it is. Really? But it is mana efficient. Let's do it. Get out of here, Warplow. We've got dreams of attacking into a clean bolt. We can do that. Fine with this trade. Over here living the mono black life. Focused, alright. Blocks. Blast zone. 3-drop, 3-drop, 3-drop. Interesting. It grows our infiltrator, but it's going to take a bunch of turns to get that going. What do we got here? We got 3 lands plus 3 more lands. That's like 75% of the way to a cityscape leveler. That sounds pretty good too. Let's get this down. And we'll just work on some blocks. We'll go back to the old stay alive long enough to cast your game in. Ooh, another 3-drop. Alright. Let's put 1 counter on you. I'm going to play another 3-drop. Oh, now he's looking. He's like, oops. Shouldn't have played out the Skull Flare. More 3-drops, please. Give me them all. Understandable. Get this out. Really don't want to sacrifice this, but we'd rather get our money. Oh my goodness. 4/4 each artifact card. So the War Plow. Unearth. Alright. Resolve. Pass. Alright. Let's see. So we could put 2 on this time if we want to. I think we just want to put 1 on though. Hey, that's nice. Alright, so 3 and tap. 1, 2, 3. Still get this out. I dig it. Alright, let's pass that turn. See what OP wants to do. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 more turns we can get a leveler down, but every time we target something we have to sacrifice a land or something, which isn't the end of the world. Actually grows our infiltrators. Or we just wipe these guys and make a couple of sweet 3/1s. Let's do it. Three twos, I mean. Gotta grow that toughness too. Alright, more lands. We are enjoying our land life. So we could kill this. We'd sacrifice a land. Still crying about the leveler. But we'd end up with a 5/4. Do we hate that? Makes this guy not be able to come back. Doesn't seem the worst. Otherwise, this can come back and do 5 damage to us for free. Which also isn't the end of the world, but I don't know. We're gonna do it. We're sacrificing stuff. We're sacrificing more stuff. Right. Now we have the 5 power on board. Hopefully they've just got land in hand. That's not good to see, but... Ooh, a scrapwork mud. Okay. Good value for them. Alright, we're back to 6 lands on our own. 7 lands. We are landlords. Alright. We will not attack. Hit. Revenant. Want it with that recursion. Another Revenant. Alright. So they're going to attack with both of these. Guess. This is going to be a tough race to win, but we've got to draw something good here. There's another land, the leveler will come down turn after next. Oh, nice. Oh, wait, no. Ooh, alright, yeah, do that. Throw on. Ooh, what do we want here? Strong bull, I guess? I think so. Yeah, let's attack for 6. Next turn, we can sacrifice the research desk and block the Juggernaut outright. They're infiltrated. Or if we draw land, happy to. Alright. Now what are we doing? Attack them with both? Doesn't seem crazy. Maybe it is crazy. This has got trample. Let's just get this out. Kill this. And we'll just wait a turn. At 5 life with a hasty 5 and a or 5 power trampler. Like hanging out. Just a minute. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Win number 3. Alright, well, here's the thing. As you start to get more wins, the whole bit about being undefeated becomes less funny and sarcastic and more seeming like gloating. We're not here to gloat, we're here to be humble. We are some of the most humble Magic players there are. Even Donald Trump once played Magic the Gathering and was not as humble as we are. It's been said. So, nobody is humble. We are ready to play. We might win, we might lose. It's hard to say. We are not undefeatable. We are not the bee's knees. We are just the guy standing before a girl, asking her to tap his mana. Hopefully that's not too racy for any of you kiddos out there. Alright, here we go. It's another hand that looks like money. Alright. Now, here's the question. Like, if we play the mutt, do we discard anything? Let's just play the... Now, we'll want a creature on board. What are we going to discard? Warplow? I think we are. We did it. We discarded Warplow. Oh, great. He will not want to block. Plan is just to Power Stone Fracture that. Alright. We'll fracture a lot of stuff. Alright. Let's attack. No way he blocks, right? Alright. Yeah. 3 and then 3 more. We don't want to hit us for 5 unblockable. So if he plays an island next turn, he could. So let's just do it like this. We'll hang on to this guy. We got the Stalker to come down next turn. If we need to fracture away something later, we can, and we can play them up to figure this. Alright. No more attacks. Let's get this down. they have an answer for the Stalker, we've got the Mutt to block the Opportunist. There we go. Speaking of answers for the Stalker. Alright, we'll trade you. No regrets. Alright, now we've got a way to Power Stone something. Play this and get the Power Stone out. Alright, we're up to 7 mana. Looking for that win the game 8 drop again. Unfortunately, Power Stone Fracture is sorcery speed, so can't get those double block blowouts. Alright. Now let's start with this. Dragon, sure. Pendragon. I don't know why I keep thinking it's Pendragon. He's not a dragon, he's a Minotaur. Pendragon. And yeah, we're gonna kill this guy. But here's the real question. Are we fine with a double block here? Doesn't feel great, right? But maybe they've got some double green or double blue stuff, so they won't want to. I think there's a chance that that's the case. Or maybe they're worried that we do have a trick that we don't have. So it could be the case. But opponents ahead on cards, and they've got a card draw here with scrap work. So definitely would be fine finding like our Mishra's research desk. Went deep in the tank on this one. Or they burn their toast and are fighting for their lives. Yeah, I mean, it feels like they've disconnected or something. Not the way that we want to win, but we won't be upset about it. I did a Brothers War draft recently. Ended up 7-1 and I drafted. We got both the Worm Coil engine, the 6/6 with lifelink and Death Touch that makes the 3/3 Death Touch and 3/3 lifelink guys, and also the Tyrant of Courages or something along those lines. It's the 6 mana flying 4/5 red dragon that does 4 damage to any target when it comes into play. So yeah, we were just going off with bombs, and that deck felt very strong. Alright, like I said, not how we want to win, but we will take it. Alright, the 4 wins. That's a good spot to be. You get 1,400 gems. Only spent 1,500 to get in here, so anything after this is all gravy. Let's see what we got next. Oh yeah, we're playing against Guy. Just generic Guy. Alright, this is keepable. Would like to find a mountain, but Mishra's might help with that. I'll play Wellspring rather than ooh, do we want to kill this? Let's get the Wellspring down first. Bulwark's worth killing. Oh, especially if they miss a land drop. Oh, yeah. For sure do it. Or show. Or is there a world where we just Power Stone Fracture so we can draw a card? We've got to get... Alright, let's sack this to go find some red meat. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What are you doing to me? We can't play any of this. Well, I guess we take this and hope we hit a mountain, but man, we are not capitalizing on the opponent's problems here. That is highly unfortunate. Let's disfigure that before he does anything crazy. There's his land. Okay, well that needs to die. Power Stone Fracture. Draw a card. Doesn't matter if we find him out. Bye-bye, dragon. Wow. Alright, mountains. Give me another swamp and we'll do some Warplow stuff. So we can't bring this back yet either. What you got, OP? You bringing that back? Oh, you're bringing him back. Oh, well that's interesting. Not for sure you'd go for the Gwenna, but getting something down right away makes sense too. Alright, well, we are gonna kill you. Mr. Stalwart. And I'm just going to pass the turn. I don't want to play this as a 1-1 when it's literally the only thing that we've got going on at the moment. So even if we play another, even if we draw another swamp, we can at least get down to 5-4. 1-1 Death Touch is not really what we're looking to do at the moment. He's finding his lands. Good for him. He's certain we're on mono black. Hey, look at us. Alright. So the mana efficient play is to get the Warplow out for 6. We don't have anything we want to steal right anyway in terms of like fact that we can sack to the Strongbow. We've used up 2 of our fractures. So we've only got 1 left in the deck, right? Yep, 1 left. Let's just get out our platform. happy to see something he could kill. Maybe get out Strumble. And let's see. Now we can block the Opportunist with the Strumble and pump it. Assuming they don't have a combat trick, of course. So is a potential problem. Sacrificing the 1/1. Yep. Makes sense. We'll go ahead and block if he attacks here. Alright. Another big chunky guy. Let's do it. Celeste double block. That would be a great artifact for our Pendragon to have stolen. Alright, let's go ahead and do this first. Blast Zone. What does that do for us? 5 mana, 4 mana, 6 mana. I mean, it's what we're going to take over a mountain. I guess we just wait. Sure. Anything we try to kill now, they'll try to sack. Also can sacrifice their Power Stone for a card. Yeah, fair enough. I don't think we block. Shoot it all. This might be our first loss here. Go ahead and put on 1 counter. Can't sacrifice itself, unfortunately. Would we blast zone the Thraxa demon? I think we might. Oh, I hate that. We can block both of these right now. I think if they had removal for this, they would have used it. Rather than playing out the box. So let's sack this. And keep on looking for our Cityscape Leveler. Pray that they don't have any more shoot downs. Yep. Be chillin'. Oh! Now we're in big trouble. Even if we draw the Cityscape Leveler, we're gonna be dead. Any draws that go beside this? Nope, that's not it. And that is all she wrote. Well, you cannot win them all, contrary to what you may have heard from other less intelligent streamers who are here trying to sell you a false narrative and fake hopes and dreams. You are going to lose every once in a while. That does not mean that you are not the best. It just means that sometimes the randomness of the game does not allow your superior gameplay to shine through. Yeah, we played that swamp on turn 1 instead so that we can cast this if we need to. See, we're right in there. You know exactly what's going on. Play the Infiltrator, and if they kill the Stone Seeker, then we get to... Ooh, nice. Yeah, we'll just get this out. Nice, 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 nice. Nice, nice, nice. We want to get this down too before we start sacrificing stuff. We are feeling just fine. Man. Is it greedy? Let's get this out. We're gonna be greedy. Alright, tap this. Get this out. That's good. Kill this guy. Absolutely, we will. Feels good. And yeah, do that. Ooh, what do we got here? Something's sticking over there. But we're attacking. It's fine. Didn't stick the first time because the commando wasn't in the yard yet, so therefore play anything yet. Alright. What's we doing? It's a jerk. Nothing we can sacrifice just yet. But we could play the puppeteer. Well, for now we're only attacking the Stone Seeker. And I guess we'll just be mana efficient. We'll get the 4/5 down. Blocks this thingy. I guess he can make that a 5/6 now. Nope, no blocks. Nope. Keeping 2 mana open. What are you doing over there? Got a scatter ray? Nope. And alright. I see ya. Alright. Get down this for some blocking. Get the puppeteer down. So we're not getting back, so we're not in a rush to get this out just yet. Fair enough. And spider. Discarded that and kept it. Discard. Ah. Wonder what opponent's doing over there. Definitely would like to find another fractures. It's not there. Oh, that's a good draw. Alright, so this does not draw, so we do not want to play our puppeteer just yet. We do like going our infiltrator. And Power Stone Fracture, yes please. take you. We will sacrifice. Some cards, which that would have been a spot to have the puppeteer out, but don't want to wait. Right. So the last way we can grow. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and grow. Well, no, we don't even want to trade. We can. That's interesting. Because if we can get this to a 7 toughness, 3 more sacrifices, I don't know. It's getting too much. Alright, that's fine. Let's just go ahead, throw this. Grab the blast zone. Another good trigger for our guy. Yeah. And he's a 6/6, so it's 6. Yeah, I don't know. I like just attacking here. Put something in our yard for our puppeteer to get back. And it opens up some decent attacks. Alright, well. See if they won't be attacking that. 2 mana, 2 mana. 2 mana. 3 mana. 3 mana. Alright. Yeah, let's get... Down. Down. No. Hoping that opponent blanks here a little bit. Alright. Fine draw as well. We're planning on throwing this away anyway. Yeah, I think we just attack all. Because even if they kill this, we get our infiltrator back, which is perfectly fine because we're going to be strong bowling up some stuff. And if they double block the strong bowl, then we don't mind that either. Yeah, let's go ahead and try to take out the Evangel. We're hovering over that card quite a bit. Just figure, fair enough. So now do we want Strongbow back? I think we do. Because we're going to be making artifacts with these guys. And we can put the Blast Zone counter on. to kill his 2-drops. That's fine. Blocks. Take my puppeteer. Yep. Go ahead. Here. Oops. Wait. What should we do? Oh my gosh. Well, never claimed to be the best. Went for the wrong activate ability there. Nobody saw that. That's fine. This isn't recorded. We're just hanging out on our lonesome. Nobody has to know. Nobody has to know. All right, what are we at? 5-1? That's pretty good. It's a good win record. Ooh, 30 seconds before we got matched. They're struggling. They're like, who can we possibly throw at this Jank Diver Gaming? God. We cannot play any of these cards. Even the prototypes take black here. So we're mulliganing. That's better. I guess we don't want to bottom a land, do we? Maybe a little bit we do. We kind of want to bottom land. And we're going to draw some lands because we're on the draw. That's how that works, right? It's going to be fine. I'll do this at home. Hey, that's a good draw because we've got even more lucks to try to find some lands. Power Stone, some fractures up. Let's just get the Infiltrator out. Maybe that's not right. Maybe we're supposed to go fetching for more lands and then have this available for Power Stone usage. Not that we really want to use it on it anyway. Maybe that would have been. Alright, we're gonna get some infantry out. That's you. Because we'd rather block here than with the Pentagon. Well, if we had another light, we could play this out. Have the Wellspring available to sack. So, as long as they don't start drawing a million cards with Thrax, I think, you know, we're in a better situation. Obviously, their lands are looking very nice, but a little jealous of that. Wrap work, what? Or do we want to just fracture? Answered our own question. Maybe they're running some of those steel cards, you know. You know the one. We've got one. Sibling Rivalry. Could be it. Could be what they've got in their hand. Oh no. Everything's falling apart. Alright. Okay. Yeah, so we played this, right? Hope to hit a land. Rather than the mutt. Ah! Oh my gosh. Oh, we've got such an amazing set of cards if we could just play them. Oh. It's so sad. Little 7 hit, no big deal. Hey, look at this now. Alright, so we are definitely starting here. Then we're going to play this out anyway, so let's just grab one of these. And what are we? I guess the engine. Okay. All these draw triggers. You can't capitalize on it with Puppeteer. Oh, do they have a... That could be part of it. I can't imagine they're all lands. Gotta have some good like something. Bring something back. We can block that with S. Yes. Probably steal it, but I think we gotta go for it. Then we can get a trigger off the mutt. If they do just kill it, we can back the infantry. Makes a good blocker for the Gigamole. Face only a mother could love. Alright. Yep, we'll grab the infantry here. Oh, I hate that. Much better than an exile. And land, and another Gigamole. Alright. We're going Mulan. Leveler. We'll cast you one day. Day is not that day. Would love to be mana efficient here, but I think we just want to get another one of these guys out. Otherwise, it would be like 2-drop and 2-drop. What would we discard? Rivalry, but Rivalry plus Strongbolt. If they play a big artifact, is going to be cool. Let's just get another infantry out. We'll just make themselves. All right, more creatures. Got in there another tree, that makes sense. Would love to get another land so we can play Stronghold plus, yes, okay. Good. Yeah, Strongbolt plus War plus. Good enough here. Up to 5 mana. Alright, just play some big, chunky artifacts. creature form. Or mill your deck some more. Be fine. Yep. Trade. Gives our Strongbow something to sacrifice. And our welcome still. We don't really want to sacrifice that though. So but what are we doing? I mean, we could just discard this to the mutt, but or discard the swamp. Be 3 mana. We're not discarding swamps right now. Yep, keep on going. Alright, that's gotta die. Can't sack it. Oh wait, okay, so we could take it. Okay, we take this, then Power Stone Fracture. That would be our Fracture gone. And our Rivalry gone. But maybe that's okay. You're awfully close to getting that leveler up. They're drawing cards? Is that the end of the world? I mean, it is. We don't want that. We don't know what they've got hiding in these last 10 cards. Still 4 cards in hand too, that's crazy. They've had so much mana available. I'm really worried they've got a sibling. They're just gonna like yank our leveler. LOL us. We'll stick there. Alright. Let's just attack with first. If they want to block, we can keep our fire in hand. Alright, opponent. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. So, ooh. When did we get this? Let's go for it. Pass. Alright. So, we can activate our strong bulls, and we can play the leveler. But let's just keep the mountain in hand for our next turn. I still don't like attacking here. Maybe if we had the mountain out, we could try to find it. Oh yeah. Fair enough. No white mana to bring back though. Yeah, I don't know. I think we just sit back, right? Gotta be the play. As long as they don't get any sort of like an evasive creature, we can just wait them out. 14 cards to 7. Wish we had a Thraxodemon right now. Sack some Power Stones too. With 4 prepositions. Alright. Still chilling with 4 cards in hand. Makes me nervous. 4 mana. 4 mana. Interesting, he says. None of ours are 4 mana. Okay. Go ahead and draw some cards. Green mana. We used. Oh no, what's this? 7/6 big chunker. Alright. So then are we gonna try to kill that instead? Probably. Holy moly. He's got 5 turns to grow this. It's not the end of the world. We've got the War Plow. Block it. Alright, so here's the question. Do we go for a 4 kill, take out the Cohort and the Gigamoles? Or, let's see, it would take 5, 10 mana, 1, 2, 3, 4, so we don't even have enough mana to kill that this turn. So let's just go to 4. Remember, don't click this one. Alright, so we're gonna put 3 counters on. Alright, my turn. Yeah, we'll play that out. Wish we had some better blockers for that Great Worm. They could just have a pump spell if we try to block with the War Plow. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Alright, these guys can get pumped up a bit too, right? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts to sacrifice. I don't want to play this out. I don't want him to know what we've got going here. Alright, pass the turn. Four cards left. If he attacks with just the Great Worm, what is our play? Block with like 2 Strong Bowls and 2 Stone Seekers. Hey, now we've got the option. We could get this up where we want it to be at 6. Because these guys are just regular 2/3s. This is just a 3/1. We're not worried about those. It's that trample that's really freaking us out. Let's go get this guy. We'll put on 2 more counters. Make sure we click the right one. Now we'll play out a land, sure. Right, we're not drawing anything else we're discarding? Nah. Oh. Whatever. Okay, well, he gets that. That's fine. No big deal. Alright, this can be done at instant speed, so we're in no rush for that. As long as there's no cards that, like, sacrifice a creature. I guess you could have that fling. Could be an argument for casting it. Let's see, what's that? It's in our sideboard, so what is that? The didn't we grab one of those? No, I guess we didn't. Let's see, we've still got a research desk, a disfigure, a trench stalker would be nice, but I don't think we've got any more card draw on our deck. Okay, sure. We'll response, sacrifice you. Pass. Alright. Surely he doesn't have any more 6-drops he's waiting on. I mean, he had that Tyrant, though. We don't want that to get played. Well then, if he had any sort of animation spell, he would have attacked with this, trying to bait the blast zone, right? Alright, overthinking things. Research desk. We're at 10, he's at 3. Let's go. We'll take the War Plow for 6, and that still leaves us enough to activate Blast Zone, sure. We will wait on research desk for another day. Let's keep the land. Down to 2. There it comes. Hopefully it's just desperation. So let's go to some blockers. We are going to block this. We are going to block this. We're going to block this. These here. This can go here. Right? Does that look good? And then could double block one of these if we wanted to. With our... Oh, actually, let's double block like this and put this here. That feels fine. And then we sack our blast zone. Destroy each. Oh, R6 card. Hey. Forgot about that. Wonder if there's a world where we play it out as a 1/1 instead. We didn't think about that. Oh no! Okay, this is bad. This is very bad. Well, let's get this out. Get this out. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to end well, but let's see. What can we draw? Anything? French Stalker, Disfigure. Disfigure does anything? Only if he blocks with the Tyrant. But he'll see it coming, unfortunately. So we can do this at instant speed. So let's... What do we have to sack? 2, 3, 5 things, possibly. But we can tap these, okay. So, next. Attack all. Now, if he doesn't block one of these strong bulls with his dragon, is there a world where we should have left the 1/1 back? Block his skull flare? That's that. Okay, okay, okay. Right. So we're going to tap, tap. Go to damage here, right? Okay. Sacrifice this. Grab the Stalker for next turn. And then if he has removal, he wins. Should have left the 1/1 back. Oh, should have left the 1/1 back. Nice. What a game. That was awesome. That was a great one. Feeling plenty fine about that. Definitely could have played that differently. Like I said, there was that time where we played out our War Plow at 6 mana when we were going to sacrifice our Blast Zone, which made it so their Skull Flare lived. So really, I think the right move there was to cast the War Plow for 2. I think that was right. His attack all was pretty sketchy. Like, I'm not sure that was the right move for him. He should have just left some stuff back to block and just attack with the 7/6 and try to bait out my Blast Zone. But maybe he was worried I'd just, like, send a bunch of blockers against it instead of using the Blast Zone. Which probably would have been the right thing to do. I don't know. Hard to say at that point what I would have done. But yeah, then here at the end, definitely should have kept one blocker back because he had exact lethal if he had removal. He's got, let's see, 9 lands out. These have got to be like 3 lands that he just knew he didn't care about. Yeah, it's got to just be land in his hand, and he's trying to feign strength. Wow. All right. That was awesome. Feeling good about that. 6 wins. Let's go for that trophy. Yeah, that's nice. Got to defeat somebody who played the Tyrant of Courages twice. That definitely felt good. We got 2 shots at the trophy here. If we lose this one, we still get another shot, but looking to wrap things up here. We can. This would be a good one just to get out of our way. Do have a 2-drop, but this is not the type of hand we really want to keep. Rivalry plus Fracture is great, but that's a long ways off. Can't play War Plow or Disfigure. Feels bad. Stoneseeker does ramp towards War Plow. That's still not reliable. So let's go ahead and mull. Alright, this is keepable. We'll get rid of our rivalry. Crazy artifact guys. Get ready to go at it. Rex, sure. Nope. Let's do this time. Make sure we hit our drop so we can try to get the infantry out. We'd definitely rather trade with infantry Stoneseeker. That's good for him. Sacrifice that and drop 2. Yikes. It's gonna be another one of those games. Alright. No lands over there. Alright. Infantry feels fine here. We could play the Strongbow, but I'd rather make sure this stays alive. Get it out. It'd be able to sack one of these Wellsprings. Okay. Interesting. He's just searching for lands too, I guess. 3 mana. Could sack something with Thrax here if you want to. And he does. Draw 2. At least we still have a good block here. And he's gonna have to discard. That does not feel the worst for us. At least if he had to discard, he had a good one to discard. No white mana at the moment, though. Yeah, I guess we're just playing another infantry. Not ideal. I mean, if we play this out, he's almost certainly going to try to remove it, right? Skill Seeker. Seeing that. Well, this deck looks very good. Probably got some of those Skyfisher spiders hanging out in there. Alright. Now we can play the Strongbow. At least we can sacrifice one of our Wellsprings. Maybe even an argument for attacking with one of these infantries. But If they've got their own Power Stone Fracture here, their Infiltrator grows, and I guess we want to double block. Creature's opponent's control. Make some damage. Hit. Yep. Man. It is tough out here. Kill it with a sack and a 1/1. Can he sack this at instant speed? No, only at sorcery speed. Yeah, I think, oops, yeah. I think it's worth getting that Infiltrator off the board. Even with the Swamp drawn, probably going to want to use that on either the Thrax or the Steel Seeker. Question is which one? Maybe Thrax? Oh, nice. Now we don't have to choose. Well, we do have to choose because we're still chilling on not much black mana. Alright, let's get this out. And we've got the Warplow to block a big token. I guess we really don't need to get the Infiltrator out just yet. Refractor is going to bring this back. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure which of these are supposed to kill. Not sure if that's right. Not feeling too confident about this one just yet. Wouldn't mind just seeing him tap out for a 6/6 here. Still gets the trigger. Oh no, and he hits again. Oh my gosh. Alright. So, at least we can play this out and grow it. Yeah, we gotta kill the 6/6, right? Just let him draw his deck. Alright. Back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can get the Leveler out next turn. Hope that he doesn't have any exile effects. Or maybe any removal whatsoever would be great. Maybe we start with the Warplow, just to try to bait out some removal. I don't think that's crazy. Man, every time he is hitting with the Steel Seeker. Other one? Yep. Oh wait, yep. Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What a run. Alright. Yes, let's play out this big dumb Warplow. Try to bait out some removal. Maybe we're going to end up decking this opponent too. Hello. I feel like if he had removal, he'd use it there on the Warp Plow. Because then he's got good attacks into everything I've got here. Ah. There we go. Gonna sec. He's going for damage, alright. Respect. Yeah, we'll take 3. Now we're talking. Alright, so we'll block this, and this guy grows. But not in time to save him. But that's fine. Yeah, we'll just jump here. Save ourselves a little life. And this guy will become a 4/3. This will level his Steel Seeker. Seems like that's probably the good idea. Maybe there's a world where we kill the spider and attack with the infiltrator, but I don't think so. He would have had another trigger off of the leveler. 12 cards left in deck, so he's 8 cards ahead of us. Gotta have, yep, there's that. What we were worried about. Don't think we're gonna win this one. If he just makes that into a 4/4, that's not that important. We'll let that go by. That's not what we were hoping to see. Of his lands. He's probably got 2 or 3 in hand. I don't think we're coming back from this one. Yeah, what could we even draw? Got a couple of our draw 2 matters cards, but we're not going to have the ability to draw 2 anytime soon, so. I think this one is in the books. Alright, well that's 5/5. Not technically good. Good game. Man, every single artifact that hit the battlefield just kept going and going and going with that Steel Seeker. Such a good card. But requires a little bit of luck, and man, he sure had it. Alright. This is the last chance. Win or go home. Unruly Oddish. Alright, we can keep this. Less awkward than some of our recent ones that we've had to mulligan. Okay. I don't think we're blocking. We can block with the infantry if we're looking to trade. This Strong Bull, we can actually activate it with the Power Stone. That's fine. Yeah, we'll save the Blast Zone. We don't want them to know about that yet. But yeah, we'll make this trade if they want to. And still blow that up though. If they play a 3/3 that, or a 3 mana value creature that we want to get rid of. Alright. Let's get these two both out. One drop, two drop. 3 drop, drop. One's on some soldier stuff over here. Last zone, hopefully it'll come in handy. I think we just want to try to survive into the long game. Right, Stromboll can come out. And I think it's time for Blast Zone. Drop. Right, one on. Not what we were hoping to see. Got some red mana. And I guess we're gonna pass the turn, yeah. Alright, where's our Cityscape Leveler? That'd be a good top deck. That's not great. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So are you gonna attack alone with him? You're gonna get +3, right? So we could blow it up, but we'd end up blowing up both of these. They still have the commando. Not great. This is a 2-drop though, which that's kind of good. Maybe we should have activated that. Well, it doesn't matter because this will die anyway. Alright, so resolve. Yeah, as much as it sucks, I think we gotta blow up this artifact. So that means our Stone Seekers are both gonna die. Let's go ahead and a little damage since these go away, and then we sacrifice to destroy 2 drops. Hey, that's a good draw. And a fracture, yes, we can sack this and kill this. I dig it. Alright, and moving on. Alright, so Cityscape, what's his name? Still could be good. Leveler. Flying. Yeah, that was to kill 2. Resolve. Pass. My turn. Hey, alright. Yeah, I think we'll sack this to kill this. So let's go looking first, because we could hit our display. this. And we'll save war plow till next turn to play out 5-4. That landed. Yeah, let's go ahead and attack. Alright, what are they doing over there? Okay, let's get this out. Sure. I like our race. I like where we're at for our race. Alright, will they trade everything for a war plow? They might. That is fine with us. And we're going to keep our lands, I think. We've got the mutt still that we could draw, right? Scrapwork mutt, yes. We'll have to double block if they want. Stop the war plow. Still feeling pretty good about our race. Hey, that helps too. Okay. So let's attack here. We'll play out a land. So that if they do kill our engine, we can sacrifice it and ping them for 1. One is finding their lands finally. Yeah. And that is equipped too, so we're fine so far on that too. This is 2. We've got 9, 10. We can get that up to 10 damage. That's good too. They've got double block here. They've got a double block. They don't have to double block here, I guess. I don't think he can attack. He doesn't have... Oh, if he double attacked, that wouldn't be good for him. Alright, my turn. Ooh, yes please. Liking that. Yes please. We will... What a draw. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Get our infiltrator up. Lay out some more land. We can activate this 3 times. I think we attack all. Do we just hit the front liner up front? And then they block here and here and they take... Yeah, I think we just go ahead and kill the front liner up front. And then that forces them, they're going to have to double block the 2 5/5s if they only block one of them. Yeah, let's see here. We're good to attack all. I don't think they're going to try to eat the infiltrator. Alright, so if they do that... Yeah, they're realizing how much of a situation they're in here. Because this can grow and this can do an extra ping. So if they had made the blocks like they would have had exact death, right? Yeah. So we're just going to sack this. They'll do 1 damage. This will grow to 4. So we're going to be at 9, 10 exactly, right? And we know exactly what they've got. So, yeah. This should be lethal. Just let me check one more time. This will be 1 ping from the strong bull. Plus this will go to 4 plus 5. So 1 plus 4 plus 5 is 10. It's got to be right. Do it. Yes. Took out number 1051 on the way as well. All right. That was a trophy. Feeling good. Got the 7-2. Let's look at the deck. We never got to go off with our Puppeteer and our Stalker, but the Strong Bulls, I tell ya, with the Wellsprings and Fractures were doing their work. Yeah, we had all sorts of good stuff happening here. Leveler obviously was great the couple of times it came down and just ended things immediately. Yeah, good deck. Good times, good games. There were some really close matches there at the end. A lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, as I said before, this is PocketDave. We're here with Jank Diver Gaming. If you are not familiar with Jank Diver Gaming, they do cube drafts on Discord. They use Arena to play, but we organize on Discord. We use a third-party site to draft the cards, and then you build your deck. In Arena, you import it, and assuming you have the wild cards or the cards already in your collection, you just build your deck, and then we all play each other. And yeah, we've got gem support through Match Arena right now, so the people that win each week get some prize rewards that they can put on their Arena account. That's awesome. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this this draft of the Brothers War. We are going to be back for some Phyrexia, All Will Become One, or whatever it is called, very soon. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.